morning, every morning. In this half hour, WeatherScope, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, TravelWise gives you the latest on travel hotspots. Next, international weather. And at 50 after, the tropical update. Right now on the Weather Channel, your local forecast. WeatherScope.
Well, a major weather system may mess up the morning commute for the Northeast and New England. Good evening and welcome to WeatherScope. I'm Kim Perez.
And I'm Paul Emick. That same system brought severe weather to the Southeast today and then dumped snow across the Midwest. It's been a mess across so much of the country. As much as a foot of snow piled up around Omaha, Nebraska. That's amazing. I got friends there. I need to call them. That looks like their house. No, it's not. But it's amazing, though. Very heavy, wet snow. That's the problem. A lot of water content. So it's brought down trees and power lines and left thousands at home without electricity. So I guess you're probably not watching right now. The electricity's out. Kind of a cold night, too. Temperatures down in the middle teens by morning. I mean, it's a mess when power goes out. I absolutely hate that. I mean, it's the worst. And also potentially a dangerous situation with the down lines, too. The good news is time to thaw out and help the cleanup efforts there, getting around 40 for highest temperatures. So we could be dealing with a little better situation to clean up with. Hopefully it'll work out good there. Same massive weather system with the rain and severe storms in the southeast, too. Raleigh, North Carolina, around the Research Triangle. Sunday, a shower with rain falling all day long. Eased up a bit in the evening hours, but you can expect a scattered shower or two in the morning. So here comes another one, just like the other one. And then maybe eventually things get a little bit better. Could get conditions better. You can put away the umbrella there. Out around Southern Pines, maybe you're saying, hey, I'm ready to go out and work on my swing. And you need some little better weather for golfing. Maybe we can get that in there for you. Here's the deal. There's the current map or current mess, depending on location. You may be in Dallas going, hey, nothing wrong with tonight. Hey, you could be seeing some frost and freeze problems. Kim's got details on that. Big stable dome, a high pressure there. Okay, this mess, let's decipher this a bit. Okay, best way to put it, there's some still around O'Hare and Midway. Detroit has been seeing rain off and on, but not a real problem now, but plenty of snow potential. Okay, let's get into it here and have a good look around. Here's the big active mess right there around Chicagoland at times. We have been dealing with the snow and into parts of Michigan. Here we go around Chicago, Downers Grove, a flake or two, and around Midway again, O'Hare with kind of a mix of rain and snow at the present time. Detroit not doing real bad at the present time, but eventually it's going to be a mess. Jackson been seeing kind of a mix of rain and snow, and Lansing My old place there around Delta Township, you're probably getting more than a flake or two there. Now, this is rain for the most part across New York State, but parts of upstate, especially higher elevations, could be getting some good snow out of this, as much as 3 to 6 inches in some of the highest of elevations. Looks like primarily a rain event around New York City, as it is now along the island, and New Canaan, Providence, too. We're dealing with more wet weather there. Potentially kind of stormy, too, at times along the coast. We're dealing with that a little bit as well in the Carolinas here, like around Myrtle Beach, for example. Still wet, Savannah wet, but still kind of stormy to potentially strong here in parts of Florida. Strong storm risk. Tomorrow it's there too, but right now with severe thunderstorm watch until 4 a.m. It's quite stormy here. And the problem with this thing is, see those strong cells there kind of around Ocala? There's plenty of moisture still being fed in by the subtropical jet. It's going to stay wet. With the tails on the west, here's Kim.
Thanks, Paul. Well, temperatures remain mild in the northwest, while a warm-up may be in store for Colorado, only days after the state's worst storm in almost 3 decades. This was the scene in Denver on Sunday, one day after the season's first blizzard passed through the area. Snow blanketed most structures, but that may not last. Overnight, it will drop into the teens, but Monday, temperatures are expected to be in the upper 40s. And Tuesday, it is expected to be in the 50s. It's going to feel like summer there. After what you've been through here the last couple of days, I'm sure it will be a very welcomed sight. High pressure on control right now, and what that means, though, is we're going to clear the skies out. The skies are clear right now. We're going to allow these temperatures to drop tonight, so we are looking at some very cold readings here in the morning. We have a front coming in the Pacific Northwest, a few showers out ahead of it, very light in nature at this point. Maybe some of the very highest elevations getting some snowfall. And here it is, the water vapor loop showing us our trough here. Part of this will eventually head to the southeast, and the northern part of this will head up into Canada. Then we'll have a ridge move in behind it, so we're going to look at improving conditions for tomorrow for you. A few showers around Spokane, even around Medford. Lots of cloud cover in the area, even in Montana. Temperatures somewhat warmer here in Montana, mainly because we have our front moving through, plus we have some downsloping winds, so we are keeping temperatures pretty mild tonight, but where we don't have the downsloping winds, we're looking at the teens already in some areas, and wind chills just as bad. We do have frost or freeze warnings out tonight for much of Texas, all the way into Missouri tonight, so bring in the plants, watch out for the tender vegetation, and also for the animals. Make sure you bring them in tonight. High temperatures on Sunday looking like this, 27 at Grand Island, 37 in Denver, so we are going to warm it up here for you the next couple of days, well below average in this area. Well, Paul's going to talk a little bit about El Nino, and we're going to look at a few scenes and then your forecast after that. Paul.
That's right, Kim. Kind of a question. Has this year's El Nino influenced the 1997 hurricane season? Depends on exactly what region you examine, being the Atlantic or the Eastern Pacific. Janetta Jones has some answers in tonight's edition of El Nino Focus.
Each year, the hurricane season is affected by many different factors. Does this year's El Nino play a role in the 1997 hurricane season? It depends on the region. It has influenced the Atlantic hurricane.